Hello, and welcome to Havoc Wargaming, dedicated to bringing you the uncommon. For those of you who haven't met me, my name is Ron, and today we're going to do an after-action report of Don't Look Back, The Well. So let's get started. Welcome to Camp Northwood. So the table is set up to represent a wooded area with lots of natural terrain. Unlike the original book's description, we're using Camp Northwood. It's actually supposed to just be woods, but I'm using my Camp Northwood. The Midnight Well is in the middle of table section A. You can see it right over there. The characters all begin in base-to-base contact with that well. They're there in that position right now. And our characters for this game are Max the Abs, Rachel Newton, Denise McGraw, and
Holden Gibson.
Holden Gibson. Those are the characters we're using for this game. There are 3 fright tokens in the center of the table, just there. There's also 3 points of interest tokens, 6 inches from the corners of table section B, C, and D. Those are the goals or objectives of this particular scenario. The number of turns is 12. Special rules is a bunch, so have patience with me here. Overflow of evil. Starting on turn 2 and for the rest of the game thereafter, at the start of the fright phase, a fright token will automatically appear in the center of table section A on the well. So they'll be pouring out of the well. Help is on the way. Players may add a supporting character to the center of the table on turn 8. One step closer, when a character successfully investigates a point of interest, they may remove a point of terror on themselves. Ancient Ritual. Investigating the point of interest is at a -2 awareness roll for all characters. Ritual Components. When a character successfully investigates a point of interest token, place a marker next to them to represent a ritual item. We'll actually be placing it on their character cards, but basically they have to carry it off the table or carry it back to the well. If they are dropped, the marker will appear on the table where they fell. Lights. None are on the table at the beginning of the game, and the objective is characters have 12 turns to finish the ritual and stop the curse by successfully investigating all 3 points of interest tokens and carrying all the ritual items back into base to base with the well before the end of turn 12. We are not using the theme killer rolled one up instead, and what we have is the MO is just out of sight. The visage is ethereal. That's particularly rough. Ethereals take minor damage from all the attacks, all weapons. The traits are patient and unnaturally fast. So that's where we stand at the beginning of the game. So the first thing we do is for the beginning of fright phase, turn 1, we have to roll a d10, and on a 10, the fright tokens are activated. Okay, they are not activated. Anytime they fail to activate, one appears at the center of the table. So there's a new one on the center of the table. There's no killer phase because there's no killer on the table. So we go directly to player phase. I'm going to go ahead and move Rachel, and Rachel's just going to piddle along down this way for 8. And Max is going to go ahead and join her for 8, knocking all the trees over. Oh. I think I just made a mistake there. I was afraid I'd activated a jump scare.
They're going to head to this quadrant over here on this end, and he is going to move 8. And Denise is going to move with him.
So that brings us to the end of the first turn. Go ahead and roll a d10 for the fright phase. Actually, at the beginning of the fright phase on turn 2. Terror appears here.
Okay. 2.
As has always happened, when they do not activate, one appears at the center of the table.
Holden, going to move 8. And Denise is also going to move 8, and we're still heading towards that goal over there.
I'm going to move straight down here. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. That's all of our movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to turn 3. Turn 3 begins with this appearing there. And go ahead and roll a d10. What we're looking or not looking for is 5 or higher.
6.
That's higher.
Sadly.
All right, so we have just activated. So we have to roll for the fright token, starting with the ones furthest away. Right now, the furthest away from anybody are going to be the ones that are on the well. So go ahead and roll a d10 for the first of those.
2.
All right, that one disappears and lights would flicker if we had any.
Okay.
Roll for the next one on the well.
1.
That one disappears.
I'm perfect
And
for
lights
this game.
would flicker if there were any.
Because I roll low.
Well, if you keep doing that, we'll have the creature appear.
Oh, well.
When there's only one of these left, the creature will automatically appear.
Okay.
So you don't want that to keep happening.
Okay.
Roll for the next one.
10.
Or you could roll 9 for 10, which will stop the creature, make the creature appear.
There we are.
So, okay, roll for the next one.
10.
Okay, the creature may be enraged. We'll
Go
check
ahead.
for that in a moment.
5.
Move token 6 inches towards closest character. That is probably Rachel.
I would say.
And it gets to her. Next
Ooh.
one.
1.
That one goes away. Lights flicker. And the last one on the table.
2.
2.
Gone.
That one goes away.
Okay.
We have the creature appear. She's going to appear right on the center of the table. So that's where she shows up. So if it's greater than the number of injuries on the killer, or it has not taken any damage, killer becomes enraged this turn. So the killer is enraged. And now it is killer's phase. The killer is going to be activated per their MO. The MO for a just out of sight. When the killer moves, all characters that can see it gain 1 point of terror. I don't think that's anybody. Killer will always target the character with lowest terror points. Frankly, everybody has low terror points.
Exactly.
So I'm going to go for closest, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3 for Rachel. 4, 5, or 6 will be Max. So it's going to go to Rachel. That's kind of what makes the most sense anyway. She gets a D10 plus 2 for movement. The plus 2 is because she's really fast. So she gets movement 5. She comes in, doesn't make it. Got a terror point because I'm starting within 4 inches of a fright token. And I'm gonna, actually I put that on Rachel, but I might as well do Max right now. I should move Max first just because he's in the way. I think the thing to do with Max is to close with her.
Wow.
And attack.
Wow.
Max's combat is 10. He hits. Now, she's ethereal, which means she only takes 1 point of damage, no matter what the bat does. And Rachel's gonna zip out of there. She has to roll. Anytime you move double moves like that, second move, you have to roll.
It's on a result equal to or less than the character's current terror points. They trip at the end of their second movement.
On a D20 or a D10?
D20.
Yeah. So I'm probably fine. I am fine.
And Denise, there you go.
All right. But it took both to get there, right?
It did.
So that's the end of that turn.
Yeah.
All right. First thing is fright phase. So we need to roll a D10. So you want to roll a D10? This is turn 4. So we want less than 4. We did not get less than 4. Well, actually, 1 should have appeared here automatically. That's the furthest one away. So we'll roll for that one first.
Okay. 3.
That one goes away.
5.
It moves 6 inches towards the closest character. It's already right by the closest character. So it'll stay there. She's going to attack Holden. Actually, her unearthly wail, which is her attack, targets anybody in a 10-inch range, which means it may actually get Rachel, too. I'll measure that in a second. Anybody within a 10-inch range automatically takes 1 injury and 1 point of terror from that wail. Yeah, and that's both of mine. So Rachel is at 2 terror already and 1 injury. Oh, same thing with the abs. That's her first attack, her primary attack. Her secondary attack is Chilled Grasp. An ethereal killer targets the character in base to base with the most terror points. Only 1 in base to base. This is a combat 12, so she has to roll under 12, and it does damage equal to the terror points on the character. This is a nasty, nasty creature. So she needs 13 or under. Just barely got it, luckily, because she's enraged. The enrage can go away now. That increases her chances of getting a critical success, but she didn't get a critical success. That is her go. I'm going to move for a quick move. Then I'm going to do an awareness search on the vehicle, because I'm hoping to find a weapon. What is her awareness? Her awareness is 11. I make it by 1. I find something. The car counts as inside, so I subtract a 3 from my roll to determine what. Didn't matter. I rolled a 20. So I don't get a weapon, I get a supply. Rachel finds binoculars, and Holden's going to make another attack with his bat. He's activating within 4 inches of a fright. Swinging at our naughty girl there. 4 is a hit, so he's going to do 1 point of damage to her. For that, he's also going to knock her back, because now she's been wounded. If the killer has any injuries and taken injuries from the baseball bat, the killer is moved back 2 inches. So, she's pushed back to there. I don't know how you push a ghost back, but he did.
Okay, I want to investigate.
You want to roll your awareness, and you have was it a -2?
For what?
For that special roll. -2 awareness roll for, well, it says roll, so that should make it easier, isn't it? Investigating the point of interest is a -2 awareness roll. Do you mean the -2 awareness, or do you mean a -2 to the roll?
Truly don't know.
I don't either.
But I don't need to.
I'm going to say, because it says awareness roll, I'm going to think it's -2 to your die roll. But I'm not sure that's what they meant.
The awareness test is a what, D10 or D?
It is
D20.
D20.
D20. 12. So I don't make it.
What's your awareness?
8. Well, I guess then Denise is going to. She's going to take a quick action to walk up to it. Oh, no, I can do it from where I am because I'm within 2 inches of it. But she does have to do a jump scare because she's within 2 inches just of the tree. All right, she gets 5.
5, tap on the shoulder. Place the closest friendly character or supporting character within 8 inches into base to base. You're already in base to base.
They're already there.
Yeah.
She also has an 8 as her awareness. She also rolled a 12. So neither one has been successful, sadly.
That's the end of turn 4.
'Cause we wanted to come help you.
First thing we need to do is one of these appears on the well.
Right.
Those have been kind of pointless so far. Then we roll a d10 for the other one. This is
A 2?
3 or higher. Okay, so nothing happens this time, but because we rolled so that nothing happens, one of these shows up there.
Okay.
Something will happen with her though, and she's going to charge. Technically, she should be attacking the one with the least terror points,
Which would be me.
which would be you. All right, so she's just going to move a d10 plus 2. Give me the. So she only moves 3 inches
Great.
because we only rolled a 1, still within 10. So Max takes a fright and a wound. I'm going to have to do something about that soon. Secondary range, I'm probably out of. Yeah, secondary has to be base to base.
Let him try again to investigate.
Mm-hmm.
Again, He doesn't need the jump scare. 9. So now comes that question.
Okay, so yeah, we said we were gonna say it was
Right.
to the roll, so
Right.
that would be a pass.
Okay.
The 7, so put the yellow thing on your character. You don't have any terror to
I
reduce.
do not.
That's only a long action. You have a quick and a long. You could have done 2 quicks last turn.
Didn't need a quick. I mean, I didn't want to leave that area.
Or you might want to do a quick because you could have encouraged the other one. You might have made the roll.
He is going to make a quick move then. Just 4 inches. I think he's going to do it this direction. Now she can actually get out ahead. She really has to do a jump scare. That was a D10, right?
Mm-hmm.
4?
4. Flickering light. Yeah, we don't have any light, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so she is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would put her right behind him, and then she can pull out ahead. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
First thing I'm going to do is activate Rachel, and she's going to walk. She's going to have to run all the way around the car, which is unfortunate because she's got, well, she still only has 1. She's better off than the other one. She's fine. Max is going to take another terror for starting next to the, take 2 terrors. He's in trouble
He is.
for starting on those 2 terror points. He's going to have to move for 4, and then he's going to have to do, he's going to walk over there and take a breath. He's getting really close to trouble. So it goes to turn 6, and we no longer need to roll for the things. They're automatic.
Oh.
I mean, we still have to roll for what they do. So farthest away is going to be the one on the well.
1
It's going to disappear.
away.
The next one is probably the one in the center of the table there.
Okay. 2
And the last one
is her. 6.
is not her. She's not a fight
Oh.
token.
6.
Move token 6 inches towards the closest character. She's a killer that nobody has line of sight on. At the start of the killer phase, place the killer following the rules for its MO. If it is the second turn after the killer has been driven off, or no character, so it's automatic. When no characters can draw a line of sight to the killer, then she gets placed by her MO. And her MO, this is the part we kept skipping earlier. Place the killer so that it's 6 inches away from the character with the lowest terror points. That's going to be one of you, because you
It
have
is,
none, right?
for certain, yes.
She's going to be within 6 inches away from a character with the lowest terror points and behind a piece of terrain, if possible. Yep. And she didn't have to move base to base anyway. Well, she does for her secondary. So both of you, for the primary attack, take 1 terror and 1 wound.
Okay.
That's automatic. Then she has to roll to hit Denise, and she has to roll 12 or under. She just barely made it with an 11. Denise takes a number of wounds equal to her terror points.
Which would be 2 then, she will take, for she has 1 terror point.
Right. Well, she'll take a second. She only takes 1. She took the other one for
Right.
something else.
Holden, will his weapon do anything on
Not
her?
only will his weapon do something, it'll only do 1,
Right,
because that's the way this game works.
Right.
Oh, but he has a shotgun.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, what I was going to say, though, is you can get Denise out of there.
I can disengage?
Look
I
at
have
your
to roll
character
to
sheet. Look at her
disengage.
special ability.
Ah, yes, she can switch places with any male character. So,
The problem with that is that he's got a firing weapon.
right,
So whether you want to do that or not, I don't know. Because he'll then be in melee with her. But
Given-
she'll kill Denise.
given her ethereal character, I'm not certain a firing weapon is better than a melee.
It isn't. Every weapon does 1. Doesn't
Right.
matter what the weapon is.
Yeah, she'll kill Denise. So
But it may
let's,
be a benefit to him because it doesn't take ammunition.
let's get Denise out of there. Okay, so they're gonna switch to
And his
start.
real advantage is lost in this game.
I think it's actually switched, so she goes
is switched.
behind.
It is switched.
That's 1 turn, I assume, for her.
No, I don't think that's a turn.
Oh,
That's
a special
thing,
skill.
yeah.
So her base can just fit on this side of the
All right.
building. So she is going to scurry away on this side.
What's he gonna do?
He's going to attack. I guess he's going to swing the shotgun
So he's gonna
at
do a
her.
combat.
All right.
17's probably a miss.
Yeah, my combat's 12, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't
yep.
think that you were good enough to hit with a 17. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the 4 inches. Oh, that may be more than 4. Her awareness is 11. So based on the way we think this is working, I need a 13. See, the problem is I don't know whether Matt wanted it to be harder to find the things or easier. And the wording is not helpful. That doesn't matter anyway, because that would have made it no matter what. So I get to take that off. And I get to take off her terror. And she only has 1. She's doing better. This poor guy is being chased by terror.
Exactly. He's in tough shape.
Oh, he's wounded too. He really needs to do. I wonder if he should search the car and try to find, or go to the shed. Oh, and this is a shed. I did say last time we were playing that we were going to have the sheds cause jump scares. So I need to roll a jump scare. I should have actually done it 2 turns ago when she first went by it. Flickering light, doesn't matter, there's no lights. But what I'm talking about is trying to find a first aid kit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search the car because it's the closest. I'm going to go to the car, pop, 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 pop. I'm going to do an awareness roll, 6. So that's successful. I got to roll for whether it's a weapon or an item, though an item is what I want. But it's a -3 to the roll because I think the count is indoors. It is still a 6, so that is still, the total is 6. I rolled a 9, so it is still supplies, just barely. And I got an old washcloth. That is not at all what I wanted, old washcloth. Discard when making a let me look action to remove an additional injury and a terror point. That's why it's called let me take a look. That's when you do it for someone else instead of on you. That's the end of turn 6. So we go to turn 7. We are halfway through the game.
Yeah.
No, we're not. Fright token appears on the well. We roll for what they do. So roll for the farthest away one. That's the one on the well.
5?
5 moves 6 inches towards whoever is nearest. I'm not sure who that is. It is you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to matter because it's not near any of us.
No,
And getting off the well is good because we eventually have to get back to that well.
exactly.
This one, then roll for the one that's near me.
4?
4, that one's going to come towards me. Of course it is. It's chasing Max.
God.
Max is suffering from fear. Okay, the creature. The creature doesn't have to move. And can't really because you're looking right at her. So she's going to do the 10-inch squeal. So both of you take a terror and a damage. And then she's going to do her secondary, her Holden, and that's a success. So he takes the amount of terror he has presently as wounds.
Okay, so he was at 2 wounds, now he'll be at 4 because he had 2 terrors.
I don't think I want to run because his chances of hurting himself is high. Well, it's not that high. Oh, he's going to run out here. He's got to roll a d20 and I got to get over 4. I do. So he's okay. He doesn't fall. Going to go ahead and get Rachel out of here. Rachel's out of 4 from that. She's going to go ahead and run, following after Holden through the gate. She's got no terror. She doesn't even have to roll the trip.
She's basically going to just move twice?
All right, so now you have to roll a d20, and you want to roll over the amount of terror she has.
All right, she has 2 terrors, so 3. Oh, just made
So
it.
she just barely makes it.
I think I'm going to melee. Come on. 8. No,
That's not good.
again. Not successful, and there's really nothing I don't think I can do other than that. I can do
Stumbled away,
snapshot.
That would be to -5.
Right, but it might be worth a try. I have a
Yeah.
12, so I have a possible, except it didn't work. Okay,
All right,
so much for that.
so we go to turn 8. And things are going to happen on turn 8. So the first thing that's going to happen is roll for the other one.
6, 9.
9. Don't move anything yet. Take away the one you just moved because it's in the wrong location. So
Okay.
take it off the board because that goes away because you just rolled 9 or 10. Roll the 10, and we would prefer to roll 3 or under.
Okay. Come on, you know I always roll
Maybe
low.
we wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know what's better for us.
2.
We did. So the killer goes away.
Yes.
The bad thing is she'll come right back, but it's...
Hey,
and now this one.
that is
Get a
wonderful.
1, 2, or 3. You didn't. So it's still chasing after us. Killer phase. The roll is equal to or less than the killer's current injuries. Remove the killer and place it outside the most isolated character's front arc and in base to base. It does not attack this turn, so that's important. So who's most... Oh,
Denise,
it's going to be Denise.
I would say.
Yeah. When does the guy show up? Players may add a supporting character to the center of the table on turn 8. It doesn't say when. So I'm going to assume that it means
Sounds like
the beginning of turn 8. And that's important because supporting characters are always what they go for once they're on the table. Where's that thing I thought was the center marker right there? It's like, hey, what's going on? So he would have been there when she broke off contact. So he is the one that's going to be attacked. That's the end of the killer phase. I think, particularly with you already located there, I think this is a good time for Abs to do or use a luck bond. I think it allows you to remove either 2 terror points or 2 injuries.
Ooh.
And because of the nature of this game, my injuries are bad, but I think I'm gonna remove terror. Do I want to run him? I didn't fall last time. No, I don't want to run him because what I want. No, I got that damn thing right on my tail though. Well, let's at least move 4 for my quick action. And then I'm going to do the take a breath is additional terror or 2 injury. 1 terror, 2 injury. Well, my terror is in better shape than it was. And it takes off 2 injury. So I'm going to go ahead and do the injuries. She's going to get a terror. And she's going to move for 4. And I'm kind of risking this here because the thing could just come after me again. But take a look as a quick action, is that right?
Let me take a look.
Let me take a look.
Remove 2 injury tokens from a friendly character within 2 inches.
So it only does injury, it doesn't do terror.
Correct. That's correct.
All right, well, I'll do that. So he's almost better.
She is going to head to the wharf. She really only needs to go here and then 1 more inch here to get onto the wharf.
Yeah.
So let me roll, and I just have to
Your
get
terror
above
numbers.
her terror points. He's going to try and move 8, but he's going to have to check to see if he stumbled. So he's going to check for his stumble. He rolls, 2. That is equal to his terror. So,
right, so he's gonna
he
fall.
stumbles.
So we want to roll a d10 for fright markers. The first, oh, actually, one has to show up here first.
Mm-hmm.
The overflowing evil.
Now it's her
He
turn.
and Holden both take a terror and an injury.
Oh, because they're within the 10.
Yep.
Okay?
For the first attack.
Yeah, the wailing.
Then her second attack is going to be on the hiker.
It's a
And she
19.
misses. She
Really?
can't hit. Yeah, he's too clever for her.
He's like, whatever. I guess Holden will try to stand up.
That's a quick action to stand up.
All right, there he is.
All right,
Now-
has to roll for... Oh, no, he ignores his first jump scare.
Yes, he does. She's going to need her whole turn to get out there. Now I'm going to have to roll for stumble. She's in the canoe.
You don't want to stumble on a canoe.
No, 8. She should
She's
be
fine.
fine. She only
She's
has 2
fine.
terrors.
Both of my guys are over here. They both receive a terror automatically because of where they're starting. We're going to move Holden first. He's going to go a run all the way over there. He has to beat a 3. He does. Going to run Rachel, same way. Rachel, run, 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 run. Rachel's got to beat a 1. That should be easy. She makes it. That's us done, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bad thing is we're like almost out of game. A fright token appears on the well, so go ahead and put one of those on the well. And then we roll for all of them.
Rolling for the well.
There's only 2 of them out there.
5.
That one moves 6 inches towards the supporting character in the middle. And now for the other one,
10.
which is here, 10.
Yeah.
All right, roll. This goes away finally. Roll a d10.
6.
Okay, she's enraged. And then it's her turn. So that's the first thing, is so she does damage
To him.
So he's now at 2.
Oh, well.
I'll have to look up his card in a moment. Most of them have 3, but a couple of them have 4. But it's probably not going to matter, because now she's going to attack him. Of course, she missed last time. And she missed this time. So he's okay either way.
We're getting exciting now. Denise is going to investigate. She has to make an awareness. Awareness, 7. Her awareness is an
Probably
8.
success. So you get
She
that.
made it.
She can reduce a terror point if she has any.
She does, but thank God. Now she's down only 1 terror point. That's
Right,
great.
And she can make a move.
She can do her short, I assume, so she goes 4. Scurry back onto that. Don't fall. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, she can't fall when she's not doing 2. So.
I know. Holden, he is going to take a breath and remove 2 injuries, getting ready to head back to the really danger zone. And now I'm going to move 4 inches. So there he is. And he doesn't get a jump scare, even though those are bushes.
Okay, jump scares now. So I'm going to do his first. 9. Laugh it off, remove 1 terror point. I laugh at you trying to scare me, and then I'm going to run right by you. I should have rolled for the possibility of falling, but it's low. No problem there. She's going to run along and try not to trip. She doesn't. That's still the furthest away, so we roll for that one first.
Because it goes
9 conjures the killer. Killer's already there, so roll a d10 again to see if she's enraged.
10.
But she is.
It still is.
So she's enraged.
We are.
Yep, everybody but Denise.
Yep.
So we all take 1 terror,
Yep.
1 hit.
Yep.
I have to look up supporting character guy. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say look up the supporting character guy, is we now have optional rules which I'm using for the supporting character. They have, the different characters now have different stats, and this is Nathaniel Windrow, and he falls victim at 4 injuries instead of 3.
Good.
On the other hand, he can only take 3 terror, but he's at 3 wounds, so he hasn't fallen to wounds yet. However, he did just fall, so he's gone. All of us looking that way, we just saw the supporting character get killed,
Another terror.
which is all of us, take another terror, and she goes away. I don't think we rolled for all of our fright tokens. Well, one of those should have gone away then.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, I think we only rolled for one,
Okay.
and that it was enraged,
All right.
and that one should have gone, and that we didn't roll for this one at all.
Oh, so this is gone. 2.
Good.
Holden is going to head to the well. He is carrying, so he can go 8. Here we go. Here we go. Okay?
All right, so he has to roll for tripping.
That's right. 4? 17. He's good.
Alright.
Okay. Now, good old Denise. She is with you guys now. And she too has to check for a stumble. She's 14. She didn't stumble.
All right. First off, a fright should have
Well.
appeared here when that turn ended with no fright tokens.
Oh,
Then one appears this turn on the well.
no, 6.
6 is 6 inches towards us. That's probably the next.
All right. One by the cabin.
9.
9. She's back. Now the well. 5.
5. That comes 6 towards us.
Okay.
Whoever's closest. You're at 9. It's you. 6
Okay.
inches towards you.
So,
Right about where the die is, yeah. We're almost there, though.
where's her phrase? So she has to move, right?
She doesn't have to move. She can do, nobody's looking at her.
Right. No
So
one's
she can
looking.
do her MO to the most secluded character, the most isolated character.
Denise.
That probably is Denise.
It's Denise.
But she can't attack this turn.
Call Dad. I have to get over a 6 on a d20.
You're going to lose 4 inches movement, which may cost us the game.
It may. And I don't. She's going to move 4.
Okay, she has to do a stumble away then.
Make an awareness test to see if she trips after the move. All right, so I can just move 2 inches, and then I
Have to roll for stumbling.
roll for stumbling. 2, and roll.
You really don't want to fall.
14, I'm good.
All right. We're just going to run, because that's what we do. Bop, 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 bop.
No, you're good.
I know how to win this.
Okay.
I know exactly how to win this.
Okay.
Don't call for a supporting action next turn. Well, you can because it's a quick action. But what you want to do next turn is you want to trade with Max.
But Max has a thing too.
Max does not have a thing. You can make him go where you are,
Yes.
but more importantly, you will go where he is.
You're right.
Oh, is there a range for that though?
There may be within her awareness.
What's her awareness?
Only 8. So there is a distance thing. She can't cross the whole board that way. No. Great idea.
Has he moved yet?
No.
All right, so here's what you could do.
But he has a thing.
He has a thing.
He has to get there too.
Okay, here's what I can do.
Okay. Go back.
Let me go ahead and do the heal thing.
On the long actions, take a breath.
Yeah,
It removes 1 terror or 2 injuries.
I'll remove 1 terror
Okay.
in preparation for us doing that.
Exactly. Okay.
He gets a terror
He gets. Why does he get terror?
because he started within 4 inches of a fright token.
He is going to check for a stumble.
All right.
Please don't stumble, dude. Please don't stumble. 15. He did not stumble.
This is the last turn of the game. First, a terror appears here.
Yes.
We have to roll for their action. This is the furthest one away.
Okay. 5.
5, that's going to go 6 inches towards somebody. Whoever's closest, I think it's probably Denise.
Probably. Poor Denise.
It's still more than 4 away. Then the next one is probably this one.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who's closest.
2, that goes
That
away.
one goes away anyway. And
Okay.
the last one.
On the well. Be a 1. Be a 1. Be a 1.
It is a
It's a 1.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
That's about as good as things could get for us.
Okay.
Killer next. Place the killer so it's 6 inches away from a character with the lowest terror points and behind a piece of terrain if possible. Who has the least terror?
Denise has 4. Holden has 5.
I've got 5 and 4,
I have 4 also.
and all of yours are 4. So who all have 4?
Denise has 4.
Denise has 4. Oh, well, we could choose.
Let her go, Denise.
Right, so she has to roll actually to close, but she's right on you.
Right.
And she's fast, so she does close.
Okay.
Both going to take a terror
And an injury,
and an
right?
injury.
Perfect.
She does hit you. Luckily, she was not enraged this time. It's going to be whatever her terror.
She's going to be at 7.
All right, that's her attack. I suspect we want to do you first.
We do.
I think now you're going to have to roll for a jump scare.
7.
7. Strange Shadow character gains a terror point. So you get a terror point.
Okay.
And now you do your activation, and that's going to be to do the switch. So we switch. So you
Okay.
put your person here. And I go there.
Okay.
And that was free, right? So,
It's free.
So now she can move.
Okay. Run, Denise. Run. She could make it to the well.
Yep. And she doesn't have to do anything when she gets there. She just has to be there.
Right.
We have this.
Okay.
Might as well move Max.
Max, I am going to move him all the way around the well because he has plenty of
All right. Yeah, go
move
ahead.
room to do that.
All
Okay.
right, she does have to roll for tripping. Not that it matters.
She could trip into the well.
She's there anyway. That's all she had to do.
Okay.
I can get there.
Doesn't-
That's true. There's really no reason to continue with
We
the turn.
made it. Oh my God.
So we managed to pull it off. She disappears, and we have succeeded just barely at the nick of time.
Well, some of you may have noticed in the video we're talking about having been successful, but if you're watching the turn count, you will see that we were not. We took 13 turns in a 12-turn game. Somewhere along the line, I clearly lost track of the counting. We skipped or didn't move my turn counter, and I did not notice it till later. So that's a disappointment. I didn't even know that we had taken 13 turns until I was doing the editing. So we did fail. We came really close. I don't think we could have done much better. We had a really enjoyable game. I hope you enjoyed watching it here on Cry Havoc Wargaming. If you did enjoy watching the video, I hope that you'll go ahead and hit like. And if you have any questions or concerns about the game, or if you have ideas for further content you'd like to see presented here on Cry Havoc Wargaming, I hope that you will put that in the comments down below. If you'd like to continue to receive notifications like this for further videos on how to spend your money or time in your tabletop wargaming hobby, then please hit subscribe and ring our notification bell. Until next time, cheers.